Today on EA Sports.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. To throw is Parker. Throwing on first down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 59 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run it again with Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw. Parker, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
First and 10, Taylor now. Taken down at the 42. The Bengals at 11-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That's complete to McBride. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Smith. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did give the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking to throw on second down. Parker got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL. Converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long.
They run once more with Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Taylor will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Parker, open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Parker.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Parker looking to throw on 2nd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Quez Watkins, 69 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trayvon Walker. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll run on first down. Callahan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. back the handoff. Now Fields.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back.
On the move past the 40. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Parker under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Parker to throw on 3rd down. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11 Landry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Kelce from 6 yards away.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Cincinnati set to take over once again. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Callahan, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry for Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Smith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Smith up the middle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Fields. He's got this complete to Williams.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Inside handoff, Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, Callahan. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ito Smith.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Parker now on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A throw over the middle taken in.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Williams loses the football.
ball gets knocked free, but a team... comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun. Parker to the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Parker, open man is Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Parker. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But we always talk about how coaches say, we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Where they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to McBride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Goes right back to McBride. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So now the Steelers down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Throwing to start the drive. Parker
able to find Jones.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trayvon Walker
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Finding Kelsey.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Parker to throw on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Callahan. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On play action, Fields.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football